Hi guys, Ray here from City Fan TV. Hope you're all doing very well indeed. International break, not a lot going on, but today City have released their financial statements. They've released their accounts, and a very pretty picture they paint too. Fantastic news for City, and I'm just going to go through what statements City have come out with, and then I'll have a little chat about some of the numbers and what I feel. And hopefully on Friday, I'll hopefully be speaking to Colin Savage, Prestwich Blue, who I'm sure if you're regular to the channel, you will know him. Very knowledgeable accountant. I mean, look, I'm an accountant. I'm a qualified accountant as well, but I still go to Colin Savage because he spent a lot of time on studying football finances, and he's a good go-to guy. He's our finance guru, I call him. Guys, if you are new to the channel, it would be fantastic if you could subscribe. Got to get that in. And if you can hit that bell icon, you'll be notified as soon as new videos come out. Right. I'm just going to read through City statements. And then, as I said, I'll go through some of the points afterwards. Okay. Manchester City has today released its annual report for the 2022-23 season, confirming a second successive year of record-breaking revenues and profits, along with wider growth across all areas of the club following a historic treble-winning season. The club has reported revenues of £712.8 million, an increase of £99.8 million on the previous 12 months, and profits of £80.4 million, nearly double that of the previous year's record of £41.7 million. The club's three main income streams of commercial, broadcast, and matchday all showed significant year-on-year growth, reflecting the club's continued commercial momentum of recent years, the outcome of the ongoing delivery of a multi-decade strategy. Notably, during the 2022-23 season, Manchester City was also named the most valuable football club brand in the world, topping the 2023 Brand Finance Football 50 report for the first time ever, with a brand value of €1.51 billion. On the football front, the men's team secured a place in football history in winning a first UEFA Champions League, a third successive Premier League title, a fifth in 6 years, and a seventh FA Cup in a season that yielded a win percentage in excess of 72% in all competitions, and a string of individual accolades for the men's players. High amongst the positives during a season of transition on the pitch for the women's team was a sizable increase in the average attendance for all games and a new best for season ticket sales, reflecting the continued rise in popularity of the women's game. At youth team level, new records were set as the EDS and under-18s won their respective league titles for an astonishing third year, with numerous titles also secured all the way down to under-9s level. Off the pitch, momentum has continued to build from previous seasons, leading to a huge increase in the number of fans engaging with the club. A total of 6.9 billion video views were recorded on the club's main social media accounts, an increase of 107% on the previous year. The number of official citizen members also doubled, and membership of the official supporters club grew by 33%. Alongside social media and membership growth, another best ever year for TV viewing figures was recorded, with the club's total audience reaching 786 million across all competitions, 28% higher than the 2021-22 season. Looking to the future, the 2022-23 season also saw the submission and subsequent approval of a planning application for the development a best-in-class fan experience and year-round entertainment and leisure destination at the Etihad Stadium. And now, reflecting on the many highlights detailed in the report and the club's achievements throughout the 2022-23 season, Chairman Khaldoon Al-Mubarak said, "In short, last season saw Manchester City achieve the greatest football and commercial year of its storied history. The season was a validation of a philosophy and sustained approach that has defined the club since His Highness Sheikh Mansour became its custodian in 2008. It's an approach that has always respected and continuously built upon the club's near 130-year history. It is founded on three key elements: putting in place all of the necessary ingredients to create football teams that excite, entertain, and win silverware, relentlessly strengthening the club's sustainable commercial and financial positions, and maximizing its ability to serve the growing communities of which it sits at the heart. We regard each of these elements as equally important and completely codependent on one another. Behind the first team trophies and financial headlines, and against these three areas of focus, there sit less obvious but equally important outcomes. For our ownership, board, and executive leadership, these outcomes and their associated metrics demonstrate that the club has never been stronger, nor had greater potential to continue to evolve and succeed. He went on to say, in the aftermath of the UEFA Champions League win in Turkey and the completion of the treble, the question I was asked most often: how do you top that? The answer is by doubling down on the proven philosophies and practices that have brought us this success, and to challenge ourselves to continue to constantly innovate in order to achieve new levels of performance both on and off the field. We will not be afraid to set new goals and develop new strategies that deliver for our club, its communities and stakeholders, and especially for the fans. Success today simply means further investment for tomorrow. Our financial health and on-field success mean everyone connected to Manchester City can look forward to the future with excitement. Our collective achievements give me huge confidence that together we can accomplish even more in the years to come. Chief Executive Officer Ferran Soriano added, winning the treble, the Champions League for the first time, the Premier League, the third title in a row, and the FA Cup, achieving record revenues and record profits, winning the Ballon d'Or for the best men's club of the year, and being named the most valuable football club brand in the world. We can certainly say that 2022-23 season was the best in the history of Manchester City. Dreams become reality thanks to the amazing players and coaches we have, led by Pep Guardiola and Txiki Begiristain, but also thanks to a lot of people working very hard and for a long period of time. Consistent results have been obtained thanks to more than a decade of intense work by everyone at Manchester City. We always had the support and guidance of His Highness Sheikh Mansour and our shareholders. These, together with the leadership of our chairman Khaldoon Al-Mubarak and the board, the hard work of our staff, and the support of our incredible fans have all contributed to our achievements. That's a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot to take in, guys. But look, let's start at the top. Fantastic numbers. Fantastic number. £712.8 million. That's almost £100 million above our previous record. Now, if you go back into the summer, I talked to Colin Savage and Bernard Dineen from the Citizen Channel about the future for City, and we said we would exceed £700 million. That's what we expected because of everything we'd achieved last season. Obviously, winning the treble, all the prize money we got from the Premier League, the prize money from the Champions League, the little bit of prize money from the FA Cup, no prize money from that League Cup campaign where we were beat by Southampton, but a lot of money coming in from all sorts of sources. One interesting one for me is that they say match day has increased. Now, that depends how you look at it. And if you, because what happened was they removed about 2,000 or 3,000 seats from the stadium so that they could install new LED electronic advertising, which I guess made them more money than the fans who were taking those seats. So I don't know whether that advertising money, does it come in match day or does it go as commercial? No idea. But it's a surprise to me that we've decreased our capacity by about 2,000 or 3,000 and we've increased our match day income. Maybe people are buying a lot more burgers and pies and chips and stuff. Who knows? Who knows what the reason is? But an almost £100 million increase in turnover. Now, I'm not going to go through all the numbers in the expenses, but one of the headlines, obviously, that people have picked up on, I heard it on the radio this morning, was City has spent almost £500 million, £500 million on wages. But I think and that will be in a huge increase on the previous year. It's going to be best part off the top of my head, £100 million more. But our salaries, our wage structure and everything is heavily incentivized on bonuses. You win stuff, you win huge bonuses. And I think without going back and look at the numbers, I think Colin Savage picks up in the last season's accounts this potential for huge bonuses, because I think we'd set aside some money for huge bonuses. Now, it could have been we paid 30 or 40 million pounds in bonuses, who knows? But I think the players who won the Champions League title, I wouldn't be surprised if everybody was on £1 million bonus or various degrees of that, or depending, maybe it's depending on what your salary, normal salary is. But I would, Haaland, I would be shocked if he was on £1 million bonus, or KDB or Gundogan and all the others. So I really would be, it wouldn't surprise me winning that Premier League title, big bonuses. FA Cup, smaller bonuses, but everything we achieved so would have contributed to this. So huge numbers. Obviously, the profit of 80.4 million quid. Excuse me, that's nearly double our previous record, which was, I think, last season as well. Not going to look at all that. Hopefully, when Colin's around, we'll go into this in a bit more depth, a bit more detail. But there's lots of things that contribute to that. One of them is selling players for lots of money and making profits on the sale of players. So that does make a big difference. And the club, Khaldoon, Ferran, or whatever, everybody's right. This success, both on and off the pitch, has been the outcome of the ongoing delivery of a multi-decade strategy. You remember when Sheikh Mansour came in, bought City, everybody said, oh, it's a little toy, it's a plaything. He'll get bored after a couple of years and, he'll disappear back off into the desert. City will drop back into the third tier or whatever. 15 years later, fella's still here. He's still here doing the business. Khaldoon doing the business, he's maybe got a bit older and grayer in those 15 years, but he's doing the business. Cheeky, Ferran, everybody involved with the club, they're doing the business on and off the pitch. It's fantastic. And it's important to notice and to reiterate, I've got to say it again, we have a multi-decade strategy. It wasn't just for a few years, let's see what happens. They had planned it. Now, not everything went according to plan in some of the early years. Maybe at the moment with these 115 charges hanging over us, maybe everything still isn't going to plan. But we've had a plan. You look at that rag mob across the city, they haven't got a plan. It's just hit and hope. As their money was coming in, they weren't really focused on what was going on. And since Ferguson has left, they've not won a league title. 10 years already. Last league title for Ferguson was 2013. They ain't winning it this year. That's at least 11, 12 years since they last won it. It's going to be a lot longer, I think, the way City are going, Arsenal and Liverpool, even Spurs ahead of United at the moment. So that strategy has paid dividends. You've seen other clubs. Look what happened to United when Fergie left. They plummeted a bit. Arsenal, they've been in the doldrums. They're now coming back. But all these clubs have had a dip. Obviously, when Wenger went, Arsenal dipped. Maybe it's going to happen when Pep leaves. We'll talk about that hopefully in the next week or two about Pep's contract extension that we think he may be looking to sign on for a little bit longer. So I'm not fussed about this. The brand value, that makes night to me. Social media, a lot more stuff going on social media. Double the interactions. I'm just looking at that. So it's something obviously that the club feel is really important. So they're really pushing 6.9 billion video views, on the club's main social media accounts, and that's 107% increase, basically, a little bit more than double. If you're struggling to get tickets, if you're a Citizen member, well, membership's doubled. So it's not going to be easy to get as easy to get tickets, is it? And official sports club has gone up by 33%. Is that memberships have gone up because people feel the supporters club is another way to get away tickets. The future's bright. Future's so bright. Timbuk 3, got to wear shades. Future's so bright for City, got to wear the shades. Everything's, EDS, under 18s, even down to under 9s, doing well. Would be nice if the women's team could actually qualify for the Champions League. Mr. Gareth Taylor, you know, you got a lot to live up to, buddy. You've struggled a bit there, but yeah, I think City are going to keep going from strength to strength. I mean, in the summer I did a video with Colin Savage, and was it in jest that I said, could City be the first club to turn over £1 billion? Is that a possibility? And I said, yeah. I mean, look, we've turned over £712 million as it is, okay? That's our turnover. What else is going to go up in the next few years? I think the TV rights, especially outside of the Premier League, you know, the worldwide TV rights, I think they're going to go up. I'm not sure by how much, but, you know, over a 3-year period, let's say it goes up by £1 billion and we get, let's say the club's sharing half £500 million, divide by 3 years, 170 million. Let's say we get our fair share of that, you know, 20. Let's say we get another 20 million, 20 or 30 million from TV rights. I think the Champions League rights will go up a little bit as well. So that will help. So I think TV rights is going to be nice to us. I think sponsorship is going to carry on increasing because that's the trend. So I think the sponsorship income is going to carry on increasing as well. So that's great. Match day is going to go up in the next couple of 3 seasons. Once we've got an extra few thousand, but I think we're going to go up to 61,000. So from 53 to 61, that's 8,000 tickets. Now, you know, even it's not I'll be honest, it's not a lot of money because it is a lot of money, but in the grand scheme of things, it isn't. And those 8,000 tickets, even if you got 50 quid a pop, it's not bad. But that's 400 grand times 30 games, 12 million, 15 million at a push. You know, where I think we're going to make a lot of money is the new concert venue. That's the word, concert venue that they're building. I'm not sure how long it's got to go, but that's going to bring in, that's what, 21,000 crowds. So we're going to be making money on that. I have no idea how much money we're going to make. The hotel complex, we're going to make money there. So, you know, if you had a bit of money from TV rights, say that's 30, 40 million quid a season, who knows? Add, you know, 15 million from the extra seats, you're up to 40, 50 million quid there. Bit more prize money here and there, a bit more sponsorship here and there. You know, 70, 80 million without any fuss. And then the hotel, yeah, the hotel will bring money in. This arena will bring money in. I can easily see 100, 120 million. Now, it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen overnight. But I think all these things, if we can stay where we are, top of the tree, then I can see us within 2 or 3 years hitting 850, 900 million. So City, the first team to hit £1 billion. It's not that far-fetched. It's not that far-fetched at all. So there you have it, guys. Record profits for Manchester City. Record turnover for Manchester City. Records tumbling everywhere. So we are the best team on the pitch and the best team off the pitch. There's nothing they can hit us with that we're afraid of. Even those 115 charges, I poo-poo them. I poo-poo those charges. Guys, there you have it. Thanks for watching the video. If you've watched all the way to the end, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe to the channel. Help us to push on. I think we've put about 11,300 subscribers. It would be nice to hit 12,000 before Christmas. That would be fantastic. If you can subscribe, hit that bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos come out. And remember, we will try and get Colin on Friday to record. Some probably come out on Saturday, I think, the video where we will go into a little bit more depth into our numbers and have a chat about what's happened and the future. We'll see you around, Blues.